Well, hello everybody. I'm here with Luke, who he's been my horse since almost the very beginning. I only had one horse before him, and he was about 3 when I got him, I think. He was a rescue. And then he just turned into just the sweetest, coolest, neatest, funnest, cuddliest, kind of a biggest pain in the butt horse. I break all the rules with this guy. When you watch me with him, don't emulate what I do, probably. I'm the most lenient with him, and yet at the same time he knows the rules, I guess you could say. I've spent the most time with him, obviously, as I've had him the longest, and he is by far the coolest horse. I don't know, he's kind of tied with a couple of horses maybe, but he's pretty darn cool. So I'm going to take Luke out. I haven't brought him to the back trails yet. I had a question come in whether I was going to have everybody go in the trails and over the bridge. And actually, no, sorry. Luke and I have been out riding, but not walking. So we're going to walk, and he hasn't been across the bridge. So we're going to see how that goes. I think it'll go fine. Him and I have been on a lot of trail rides. Look where he's walking. He's up beside me. See, I never let any horse do this. Never. Hey, that's a little far. I never let any horse do this. And so Luke is kind of, he's not the example of what you want to watch when it comes to horsemanship, I guess, but maybe as a goal. Come on. See, this is Luke. Luke is the man. That's Maya's. Roni's calling out. After my last stint of getting who was calling out wrong, I've been working really hard at making sure I don't screw that up. That one's definitely Roni. Ah, you stepped on your own rope, goof. So, yeah, Luke doesn't have any problems, and everybody's been really happy with how Annie went about doing her walking around. And I am too. I'm really impressed with a horse that I've never taken or had never taken across any bridges or done anything. And she did great. She's done better than, well, not as good as Luke. Obviously, Luke is the man. Right. Just gonna hang out on the bridge for a second. Why not? Okay, you know my bushes. Okay, we're off. Yeah, how do you get a horse like this? Time. I know I say it a lot, but I say it's probably way too many times. Ross Jacobs put out another article. That guy, he's so busy writing, he needs to do more videos, but put out an article about, he put out one way before. It's the same subject, so he's just kind of doubling up, I guess, or he was responding to a question he did on some podcast somewhere. It's like, what's the hardest thing that people have, what's the thing that people have the most trouble with, or the thing that they should do the most? And he had responded with something else, and he's like, hey, come to think of it, you know what? The thing that is the key, and I believe this too, when I first saw his very first article that he ever did, I was like, yeah, man, that's right, was time. Time spent with horses. But it wasn't just that. He actually started his article with, since I've started to live with my horses, totally different. And I 100% agree with that as well. Once I found this place way back in its infancy of just being pretty much a house, a barn, and a decrepit little shed in the middle of the yard, and nothing but overgrown land other than that, and I brought him and Roni and Lena. Lena was next. Bought her for the price of fuel, I guess, like transport to get it from the island, Vancouver Island, to here. My buddy of mine. You're on the wrong side of me. I'd never do this. Yeah, come on. Other side. Thanks. That's Gracie. So, once I started living with my horses, everything changes. And because I live with the horses that come here for training, again, it's a totally different world for them. The trust or the relationship that you get to have and build by simply being around all the time it's vital. It is such an important thing. It seems to be that if you're just part of their everyday life as much as possible, they kind of get that you're just part of their life. You're not a visitor, so to speak. So, fantastic spot. What did you do that for? Now I gotta pull on out branches. Where should we go next? Let's go this way. So, you're on the wrong side of me. You don't want a horse on the wrong side of you. If you were to go past there, I'd end up having to spin around because I'm holding the rope on this side. Not good. Horse should be on the proper side. So, as you can see, Luke is a fantastic trail horse. He always has been. I think the only thing that he sometimes gets worried about is a little bit of water. So I'm looking forward to seeing about that. Of course, it hasn't rained in forever. It's dry as heck around here. It was supposed to rain, and it didn't rain. We had one day of rain. See, Luke doesn't even care. If I kind of shake this thing around, he doesn't care. He's seen this so much, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, meh, that guy's not being very careful with his rope. Weird. See, look at him. Just doesn't care. It's ideal, but not. So, anyways, this is Luke. Luke's done great. Next horse to get and try is Roni. So let's make this a twofer. Let's go get Roni next and see how he does. Okay, next horse, Roni. Let's talk about Roni. He hasn't been back in the back part of the forest yet, so you guys get to experience his first time. He's been in the middle parts and down halfway or so, but not in the very back. And he certainly hasn't been over the bridges. In fact, I think I've ridden him over a few bridges, but we haven't spent a lot of time dealing with bridges, so we're going to see how this goes. We'll take the same path. Hopefully you guys are getting used to the trails by now as I continuously walk them. But I have created a map. No, don't eat that, please. It's starting to... Oh, Luke's calling out. It's like, don't take my Roni. I did make a map, a proper map, that I will probably make a new video of what the trails, of all the trails that are here. And we'll see. Maybe I'll put it in this one. It's kind of hard, but I'll see about that. Anyways, we're going to be on the main trail, meaning that the main big loop. Roni he's pretty chill. We've spent a lot of time together. He is my third horse. He's a quarter horse. And got him when he was 5 or something. Can't remember now. But he's my most expensive horse. I bought him for $2,000, which is not bad for a registered quarter horse. So he's purebred. He comes from some great lines, from my understanding. Roni, come on, don't eat everything. And he's a sweetie. He's a really, really nice horse. I've not really found any... I mean, the only thing about him that really has needed work or needed dealing with is sometimes he gets really worried. His previous owner was a barrel racer, and doesn't matter. What matters is how she went about teaching him things that still show up to this day. I'm not a fan of some of these things. It shows in when he rides. It shows in some of the groundwork. It kind of shows during the day-to-day stuff here and there. But for the most part, he's fantastic. I don't have any complaints. The only thing that I always want to do is just have him calm down, relax, and do a little less than what he's doing. It's kind of like one of those horses you hear about that they've got buttons. That'd probably be the best way to describe him, where he's got buttons. Okay, so I don't know how this bridge thing is going to go. Let's find out. I think he's just going to follow me. Yep, it's my horse. And like I said, oh, that's Luke calling out. Everybody's got to sniff the poop. But like I said, I don't think I've done a lot of work or effort with him in regards to bridges. We've been on some trail rides, obviously. Him and I have been out and about quite a bit. He's great to ride. He's quick, he's responsive, but like I said, he can get a little worried, so we're always just trying to work on that. What else can I say about him? Strong. He's a big boy. He's laced. Dude, why are you walking beside me? Back up. Yeah, Mr. I'm in a rush. Can I? Oh. All of my bushes are gonna take a beatings. That's Luke. Okay, come on, Roni. Let's get back before Luke pees his pants. Where's my Roni? Some horses really respond to being called out for. Gracie is a great example. Other horses, they don't care at all. They just, I'm out. I get to eat ferns and leaves and stuff and hang out with my buddy. And so, hey, he doesn't overly care if I raise my hand either. He's been through a lot of groundwork and all that kind of stuff. Hey, slow down just a little bit. I don't want him to be in a rush to get back, so we're gonna take a couple of detours here and there. He's really just in a rush to eat everything. Maybe he's not in a rush to get back. I don't know. So I haven't ridden him on the far trails, so we're gonna do that pretty soon. Ridden him on the close trails. He's fine. I was never really gonna be worried about his skills to get across bridges. Which brings me to the idea of like, well, why do horses have trouble with bridges? Why do some do and some don't? And when we ended up talking about Annie, or a lot of comments about Annie, it was that she trusted me and she knew it was okay to go across a bridge. And then if we look at Roni and Luke now, is it that they trust me so they go across bridges, or is it that we've been across some bridges and they're fine, or a combination of both? Hard to say. So how do we set up these things for success? I mean, even Gracie, you know, no problems. But there's no single, I guess I could say there's no single recipe for this kind of thing. But time, as I started off with, is really, really important. So the more time that we spend with the horse, the more time we can hopefully build that where I go, you go sort of thought process. And then they just kind of wander along like, man, I guess we're going for a walk in the forest right now. You can also kind of see the difference between my horses that have lived here, possibly could be, and have been around me for a lot more time compared to Maya, who is constantly on alert to see if there's some kind of animal or whatever that's going to come out and attack us. I don't know if Roni thinks that I'm just going to take care of everything. I'm not. If a bear comes out, I probably wouldn't really do anything. Bears don't really do anything, but if it were to come out, I'd probably I'd just let the lead rope go, probably. Like, okay, off you go. Go and be well. It's not going to go anywhere, right? It's going to go up to the top and hang out with his buddies. That's the bonus of being on property. You just follow the trail up. Good job, man. But he's not looking out. You know, he's not, his head's not going everywhere. He's not, I mean, Gracie was a bit worried too, yes, but Maya was, what? Come on, man, you can't eat everything out here. Maya was everywhere, ears all over the place, head all over the place, hard to get her attention. These guys are not starving either. I don't know what, we have a lot of food left. Come on, man. So there you go. So there's Roni. He's done great. As expected. I completely expected him to be perfect. You are on the wrong side of me though. See, I kind of give my horses a little, don't eat that. It's the good grass. Searching out things to chop on. So that's it. Look at Luke. It's like, oh, you're back. Yay. Horses are fun. So hopefully you enjoyed that. See a couple more successes, complete successes for that matter. And I don't know, like I said, oh, hey buddy, we're back. Any thoughts or questions, let me know. Till then, see you guys next time. I wonder if Luke said, do you like the forest as much as I did? And I was like, yeah, let's go back.